Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal 2. Arsenal 2? Arsenal 0. The boys in claret and blue. West Ham United 2. We own North London. North London is ours. 2 wins in North London. When was the last time we did that? I don't think I've ever seen that. What, 2-1? 2 stadiums. Don't mind if I do, mate. Wins against Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea. Why couldn't we beat Brentford and Fulham? Like, then the whole of London would be ours, you know? Only team to win in London last season, you know? Make sure to like the video and subscribe before I lose my head. Cheers, let's celebrate. I actually kind of wished I cracked this one open on camera. But I literally cracked it open just before I recorded this, so cheers anyway. Let's get into the game, man. We literally couldn't have had more bad luck before the game. Like, Zuma and Paquetá were both injured. Zuma felt his knee before the day. Paquetá got injured in a warm-up. Played, got injured. It wasn't a good idea to play him, but whatever. We move. It's going to be hard with the games coming up because of Kudus in January and February, maybe even February, depending on how Ghana do in the AFCON. Don't think Benrahma will get called up, depending on whether he's still falling out of his manager or not. Mohamed Kudus, Cornet has not been called up to that Ivory Coast squad. He won't play anyway, but whatever. And listen. We're 6th. It didn't matter about Man United and Brighton even winning. We're 6th. Mental. Put us on Amazon Prime in North London more often. Put that on more often. Because I can't even rewatch the Tottenham game anymore. Because you usually get to rewatch the games on Amazon. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They didn't want me to rewatch the fucking Tottenham game. But hopefully I get to rewatch the Arsenal game soon. And listen. Mental, innit? Mental. How the fuck have we won it? I put in my match preview, do the impossible. We are the first team to win here this whole season. I had a feeling that they would go unbeaten at their ground for the whole season because of how much they've improved at the Emirates the last 3 years. They only lost to Man City and Brighton last season at home because they drew Southampton, they beat Liverpool, beat United, beat Tottenham, beat Chelsea. Yeah, I think they only lost twice last season at home. So even Man City didn't even win here, guys. Man United, they barely win at the Emirates. From my recollection, they barely win that. Tottenham didn't win there. They got a draw. They played really well. They didn't win there. We won there. And we were defensively solid. And that is the times where park the bus works. Now, there was times where I'm like, you can't invite pressure and do this. But that is the best. That's probably one of the best performances in the Moyes era, like, ever. Like, performances. Forget about your favourite games. That is probably one of the best performances. That has to be top 3. Like, it's not even me being reactionary. That was... Because think about it, yeah, the Tottenham game, we were shit for 45 minutes. And we couldn't even get the ball, like, properly. Like, couldn't dribble with the ball properly to actually, do something with it in the first half. Even in the first half, we were doing that. Kudus was on it today. Kudus was on it. He was shit against Tottenham. Like, he wasn't good enough against Tottenham, but he was fucking on it today. Paquetá played well for the time that we had him. Benrahma didn't start well, but in the second half, he grew into the game and played really well. Got into the game. Emerson didn't start well, but played really well in the end. Odegaard was outstanding for them. Odegaard and Saka were probably 2 of their best players on the day. But Alvarez, wow, Edson Alvarez, you was fucking good today. Apart from a couple passes, you was fucking good today. I've swore too much for this to be pushed out in the algorithm. I don't get paid from these videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. But Alvarez and Ward-Prowse, if I was to narrow it down to 2 players, it would be them 2. But I'm even doing a disservice to everyone on that pitch. Souček was our best player in that first half. In my opinion, Souček was the best player in that first half. Forget the goal. Forget the goal for 1 minute, yeah? The blocks, the tackles, the just getting the ball out to the attackers quicker. It's what you should be doing, Thomas. That was very good. That was so good. He didn't do anything against Man United, but he was outstanding today. And it's not even just because of the goal. Even if you can remove the goal from a player and dissect their performance and still say how well they played, that proves how good they were on the day. James Ward-Prowse, even without that assist, was amazing. Mavropanos stepped up. He was going to be up for it against Arsenal because he used to play for them. I really wish he celebrated, but I would get it. You're paying respect. Ogbonna was amazing. I had my doubts about Ogbonna because of the whole Anfield situation, but that was just the fact that we played our second team. I don't think it was justified. I disagree with Andy McCoist in general that it was justified to put our second team out against Liverpool. I still disagree with that. But guess what? We won against Arsenal and Man United. 2-2-0 wins. 2 clean sheets. We barely kept a clean sheet all season. All of a sudden, against Wolves, Arsenal and Man United, that's 3 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League, guys. Let's see if we can keep kicking on, because I will never ever get carried away and say we're going to do this and we're going to do that. I'll still stick with the fact that I still think we'll finish 9th this season. And call me crazy, but there's a January window. Everyone's going to invest, and there's going to be injuries and other bad luck that will happen. And I know Moyes was talking about his contract, but he might stay here. He might not. But we will see. We will see about that. And listen, it's not a Moyes conversation right now. Put your Moyes love. I mean, not even your Moyes love. I'm not even going to say that. Just put if you have an opinion on Moyes, let's not have a Moyes debate today. Let's just taunt Arsenal fans for a bit. If you guys, I was watching a few like Arsenal West Ham previews, etc. AFTV again back at it. They cannot take it, can they? We really triggered them with the should have signed for a big club. Man, we chanted it again. We chanted it again because why not? Me and my mum were talking about this whilst watching the game. I'm surprised they didn't chant Declan Rice that he left because you're shit. I'm very surprised, unless they did, but I didn't hear it. Yeah, they can't take it. They were like, I want to put them to the sword. You didn't put anyone to the sword. Your bubbles got burst, as a couple of them said a couple of times. What if we haven't won at the Emirates since Payet was here, and since Payet's first game for West Ham in the Premier League, since Reece Oxford was coming through. Reece Oxford's like 25 now. He was like 16 then. It's nearly 10 years ago. Like, it's literally been like 8.5 years since we won at the Emirates. That is mental. We don't win it against Arsenal in the Premier League much era. There was the last game at Highbury, first game in the Emirates, game where Declan Rice scored. I've talked about this before. But even the game being about Declan Rice, of course they're going to make it about Declan Rice. Arsenal versus West Ham. He was having Declan Rice shots today. He wasn't bad. He didn't play bad for them. But he was having Declan Rice shots. When Declan Rice, you know he could shoot the ball well. But he doesn't do it. It was a bit of like the times at West Ham where you can strike a ball, we can see that, but can you get a shot on target? But he did the same today. Like Areola, apart from the Erdegaard one and the Trossard shot where he had to close him down, Areola didn't get tested much. A lot of their shots were straight at the keeper. A lot of their attacks were shit. And it's so good because they're so cocky, you know. They're like, and they have a right to be cocky at home. But they thought they were going to beat us at the Carabao Cup game, played a bit of their second team, a bit of their first team, and were like, oh, but we rotated. It's the Carabao Cup. Who cares? Well, you care about a league title. If you don't care about a league title, you're on crack. You care about a league title. You definitely care about a league title. We might have just fucked you again. And it's a long way to go, but Man City will come back. I promise you, Man City will come back. So, listen, that is going to be it. Make sure to like, subscribe if you are new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me, and the email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.